welcome back to ICO Alert. I'm Ryan Dennis, live here with Joana Gutierrez. Joana, how you doing?
I'm doing well, and you?
I'm doing so good. We're here at Coinvention. We're having a blast here in Philadelphia.
With my nunchucks.
Yeah, she has some fun chucks right here, some ICO Alert swag. Can you tell us what you think about our new jump ropes?
I feel like you can defend yourself from really bad people from this.
So if somebody tries to take your keys, then you break out the fun chucks from ICO Alert. So so we chatted a little bit earlier. We live streamed from Coinvention over here. There's about 700 folks in here. It's a lot of fun. We're at the Lowe's Hotel Philadelphia Theater. It's a lot of fun. So you had a talk earlier. You spoke on a panel. How did it go?
It went really well. It was my first panel.
Wow.
And the moderator, Brian Dorian, he was actually really helpful. He said afterwards, he's like, you did really well. We need more of that in this industry. I was like, yeah.
Nice. Bringing different voices into the space is extremely crucial.
Yes.
And that humanity, that humanistic side of what we're talking about also is part of your project, right? Because you're kind of bringing humanity back into
Bridging the balance.
Yeah, you're bridging the gap between kind of like people and restaurants and all kinds of things like that, right? You want to tell us about Meethappy a little bit?
Yes, so Meethappy is an AI integrated app that actually lets you search, reserve, pay, and order in promise of VIP accommodations.
Nice.
And we do that with an incentive model that we have for business owners that we have a US patent application on. The AI integration aspect of it works kind of like a recommendation engine that you'd see in a Netflix, where it would recommend places for you to meet based on your previous preferences as well as the preferences of the person that you're meeting.
Okay.
Another cool part of Meethappy is that we're beyond restaurants. We actually try to encourage meeting at places that don't have traditional reservation platforms like coffee shops. This is difficult. You're going to meet somebody for coffee. You don't want to stand awkwardly with your coffee trying to stalk somebody for their table. In food halls, hotel lounges, it's a really big thing in New York that a lot of business people will actually sit at the hotel lounge, like the hotel lobby, and actually just take drinks there and meet with their counterparts, as well as VIP entry into nightclubs, because you don't want to pay thousands of dollars for bottle service.
No.
Yeah, so if you, let's say, promise that you would buy a minimum amount of drinks for the night, they would prefer that, and then now they actually have guaranteed revenue.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a part of Meethappy that we're working on, but I've actually created an ecosystem around it that has blockchain and has media. The blockchain aspect is Tipsy, where it's a gratitude and recommendations-based virtual currency where you could actually thank people for their exemplary service and product. Nice. It could be a waiter or waitress who's providing you with great service, or it could be your accountant, your attorney who just saved your butt from some heavy-duty stuff, or your friends and whatever. Eventually it'll be a repository of all of the best people and products in the world that have gone above and beyond to help you with whatever your endeavor is. And expanding on the economy, I'd love to get into a space where there's default performance tracking, whereby companies can actually track their employees' performance based on the amount of tipsy that they received from the public, because then you have great representation. And the way that we're encouraging and building a community around Meethappy and the virtual currency is by actually creating a show that's projected to be on Netflix next year. It's called The Real Meet. Stay tuned, everyone.
Snaps.
Yes. It's a digital series where we bring CEOs and celebrities and influencers and investors together over a meal at restaurants all over New York City in the hopes of collaboration for a new venture or charitable cause. And we'll actually encourage the use of Tipsy on the show by exchanging it with the celebrities and thanking them for coming on the show and sharing their story.
Nice.
Yes, I totally forgot to say that last time.
So celebrities can get tipsy.
Yes, on the show.
Wow. So you mentioned Netflix before, by kind of the rating system. That's why I can never leave my couch when I'm watching Netflix, because their recommendations are so good. So you can do that for restaurants, right?
Yes. So you'll use preferences like cuisine, neighborhoods, monetary value of the tier of restaurant that you want to go to or venue that you want to go to. They'll use computer vision to look at the ambiance, machine learning to anticipate your preferences, take your preferences into consideration and the preferences of the people you're meeting and combine that together to recommend a few places that you guys can go together and be really happy. So you don't have to worry about, I know my fiance hates me. He's like, where do you want to go for dinner? I'm like, I don't know. I can't figure out what I want to do. But this way, he won't get upset at me because it took me 45 minutes to figure out what I want to eat. And on the flip side, if you have a really important meeting with an investor and you're trying to pitch something amazing like, a new ICO on ICO Alert, you don't want to have to worry about whether or not, the investor would like the place or it's in the proper neighborhood or if they're allergic to peanuts and stuff like that. So you can actually anticipate that with the new app.
And that speaks to how much is missing on a platform like Yelp, where you're just getting a blanket rating, which could be bought. It could be subjective, and instead, I'm actually going to be able to see the data you guys are collecting
on the blockchain.
Yeah, on the blockchain, which so it's imperturbable, and it's actually got information on the humanistic interactions between the waiters or the managers and the ambiance. So I can know, okay, if I want to have a business meeting, I'm going to go here. If I want to meet with the kids or have family over or have a big party, I actually can tell using Tipsy and Meethappy.
Wow. The combination of the two.
That's amazing. So I want to hear a little bit more about this show. Is there anything else you want to tell us that you can, I know that stuff is secretive, but something coming out on Netflix that involves blockchain, super exciting. I want to hear more about that.
So we're in pre-production. So we're still forming a lot of things, a lot of paperwork that we're going through, so I can't say too much, but I will say please stay tuned. I promise you'll be some good stuff.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Joanna. This is Joana Gutierrez from Meethappy, and thank you for joining us on ICO Alert Live.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, Ryan.
We're going to have some fun in Philly here at Coinvention. Stay tuned and keep it locked, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks.